Hey guys, it's your girl Kizzy Rock, and yes, Kizzy Rock is my birth given name. Happy Friday. Want to say hey to all my subscribers, new as well as season. I have a word for you. Tap in. Why is the life of a chosen one so very difficult? So I was watching my good sister Sheena video. Sheena, if you hear this, I was watching your video a few minutes ago, and so it inspired me to jump on really quickly to talk back on this topic. I have several recordings on this I don't know, maybe 2 years ago, I can't remember. But I want to jump on really quickly while I feel ignited in my spirit to speak on this. So as a chosen one, right, your life has always been difficult. Your life you didn't just start going through issues last year or 5 years ago. You have always had a very, very difficult life. From childhood, whatever, just difficult, right? Everybody difficult is different, but difficult. There's a great chance that you dealt with some type of abandonment, some type of rejection, some type of being misunderstood. A very, very, very great chance that you've encountered some type of narcissistic abuse that was basically designed and sent to you from the enemy to derail you. There's a great chance that you've always, my God, until this very day, dealt with tons of jealousy and envy for no reason. So you think there's a great chance that you've been hurt a lot and you're constantly taken advantage of, or constantly used and abused, or constantly always hurt, things like that, right? And I'm speaking in general because now, as a healed, chosen person, even though you might deal with some of these stuff, your discernment is so strong that you don't deal with that level of hurt, pain, and betrayal as much now because you're too tapped in. Where before you were too much of a people pleaser and just trying to be accepted, right? You don't deal with that stuff now, honey. You're too evolved now. There are many reasons why your life is extremely difficult. There's a calling on your life. Whatever that looks like for you, however God is using you, that does not mean churchy, holy. That does not mean that. However God uses you, there is a calling on your life. So there's a calling on your life, then who's going to attack your life? The chosen person is constantly under some kind of warfare or attack. Before you even answer the call in its entirety to really know what it meant, you still dealt with a lot of warfare and attack. You may just couldn't have articulated it to be warfare or attack, but you were always under some kind of, like, it was always something. Always something. It's like you just can't get a break. Where everybody else around you have a normal life. Like they go to work 8 to 5, right? They get up the next morning, they don't have any issues. Life is just peaches and cream. Honey, you stay under some kind of warfare and some kind of attack. It's always something with you. Ooh, right? So the enemy is going to attack you. I was telling a friend of mine this a couple of weeks ago. A lot of people don't know this, but many times blessings are burdens, or can be. Well, blessings can be burdens if there's a lot I can say right there. That's a whole different recording for a different date. But blessings can be burdens. So stop, not you guys, I'm speaking in general here. Stop wishing you had somebody's life, or wishing that God will bless you or open certain doors that you are not ready, evolve enough to handle. We think we want more until we get more. And whatever that more may be, it's heavy. Because the more God blesses you, right, he's going to watch you like a hawk. It's almost like, okay, well, you asked me for this. You said you want to be used, or you said you want to make a change, or you said you want to, whatever it is, long as it's in the will, his will for you, and you're in alignment, right, to receive it. So he will open the door for you. But what we don't know until we get up in that door, he's going to watch you like a hawk. You can't move like you used to move. You will go through extensive processes of discipline, of warfare, of attacks, of training, iron sharpening iron, and so on and so on and so on and so on. And the beautiful thing about this is he won't, you're going to miss the mark. You're going to mess it up. You're going to mess it up. But he already knows that, right? You're in a new land, right? You're at another level. This is a level you haven't been through yet. You've just been elevated to this level, right? He already know you're not equipped, but there's a grace that's going to help you. Here is the problem where people mess up and then they get thrown back. He knows you don't know what the hell you're doing. He's going to send people to help you. This is when you will start to encounter, my friends, your soul tribe that you hear me talk about a lot. These are going to be people who are also on their own journey, purpose calling. God uses them many times, it's in different ways, maybe even sometimes the same ways he uses you. Some of these people will even be like partnerships within destiny, things like that. But a lot of these people here are going to send to you for you to learn from, because he already know you don't know what you're doing. You just got there. It's like a new school. When he send these people, and these people give you wisdom, knowledge, or whatever, once they give us what we need, because he's using them, right? And a lot of the time, some of these people are only going to be like literally for a season. Some of them will stay but some, he will drop them off for a very short time, but there is something powerful they're going to give you. Here's what people mess up at. Either you're going to take that knowledge and wisdom and apply it, then he'll send more and he'll send more, and then he'll evolve you more and more. It's almost like you're going up a ladder. Mess around and let him send you some people, like truly people he sent, great people to help you along the way. And you don't appreciate those people, or you do something to harm or afflict those people. Even when he told you he sent these people, either he told, however you hear from him, right? That could just be something you feel in your spirit, like, oh, you always know, because these people are different. You can go into 100 rooms, but when you encounter the people that God sent specifically for your life, it's like you've known each other forever. You literally could just meet for the first 5 minutes and there's a connection that cannot be explained in words. It's a feeling. But it's a very rare feeling. These are the people that he's sending to you to help you. But when you don't get the lesson and then you ruin, like, listen, that happened to me one time. I just had a flashback. That happened to me one time. I was in my feelings about something, honey. I didn't do anything crazy, but my response was crazy. And I knew this person knew 30 times more than I knew, but I was just in my feelings, because iron sharpening irons do not feel good. Right? Like, you just want to be like, well, just give me the information and don't rub me the wrong way. No, you will be rubbed the wrong way. They're teaching you. They're already at the next level. These people are going to already be at a level higher than you. That's not to say that they're above you per se, but they have the experience in the next level. And then you go up and you meet new people and so on and so on and so on and so on. It's more than the level that we're currently at right now. Our problem is we keep failing the darn test. God done told you to fast 3 weeks ago, Kizzy. No, you want to go on date night every other night. You're supposed to be fasting. Child. But people think they want your life. People think your life is so easy. It's so pie. You're always smiling. Oh, I love your pictures. Life is a breeze. I don't like you because you seem like you have. Are you being called to fast? Are you dealing with constant warfare? Are you being called to be extremely disciplined? Must I go on? Because if you want this pressure, you can have it. It'll crack your back like a lobster. I don't care. I hear it all the time, actually, even from my own staff. I don't care how easy I make my life look. I don't think I make it look easy. I mean, I guess I'm just being me. I don't know. I don't care if you see me here on the plane, if you see me at a concert, I don't care if I'm shimmering in front of the camera. I don't care what I make it look like. If you guys had a few of you do who are here. If you guys had a clue how difficult my life is, and many of your lives, my chosen ones, they have no clue, friends. They just see you and now we can't deny the favor on our lives. Oh, really quickly, when I said I had to go, when iron sharpening iron, I had a friend who challenged me with something, and I didn't like it, and I didn't like it. But God made me go back and apologize because he told me clear as day, I sent this person here to help you. If you can't honor and respect, I'll remove them, because what you're not going to do, you're not going to damage my chosen children that I sent to help you. So you go back and you make it right, or I will remove them and I'll demote you back to the prior season. Say no more. Where's my phone? Where's my phone? But friends, we cannot deny that there is immense favor on our lives. If we can just block out really quickly, and see, that's what happens, because it's almost like you know there's favor in your life, but when you're constantly like, listen, you can have 1,000 blessings. Truly, God have been great to the chosen ones. You can have 1,000 blessings, but the amount of attacks that you deal with, and the amount of warfare, and the amount of struggles that it requires in order to steward certain things properly, it almost like you know you're blessed, but it kind of blends it out, because you're tired. You're too tired to enjoy certain things because right? So you have to be intentional about enjoying your blessings. That's important, friends. That's very important. I don't always feel like doing things, but I make myself enjoy myself because I deserve it. Our life is very, very difficult. And if there's anybody here who, I don't know, maybe you still feel like, listen, if please don't be out here envying people's lives, because only if you knew. See, they can carry it the way they carry it. And like I said, I hear it so often, like, Kizzy, I don't know how you do what you do. And these are people who like really know me, people who are like my personal life, to like, they know what I got going on, and the being used, purpose, and calling every day, just not on YouTube, literally, physically. Like, it's so much stuff that I do and I have to do, right? But I have to steward it well because I know God is watching me like a hawk. I don't always get it right, but I go back and I make it right because I already know how God moves. When you are not obedient to his blessings, he will snatch it and demote your behind overnight. Literally, it happens all the time. It happens all the time. You got to know how God moves and how God works. It's rules to this thing, baby. It's rules to this thing. This pressure will crack your back like a lobster if you are not graced to carry it. But yes, the life of a chosen one is so difficult. You are not the average person. But the favor on your life, the discernment that you have your discernment is so profound, and God made it that way because he already knew that because of the spirit within you, you would attract so many disloyal, dishonest people. So he made it that way. And a lot of the times, this just hit my spirit. A lot of the times when people are not loyal or dishonest or like just shysty, if you will, a lot of the times that's not always the enemy sending people to distract you. Sometimes God send you those people because you're going to be their test. Remember, I said God he watches us like a hawk when he opens certain doors to see if we're ready for the blessing that we're being prepared for. So he watches you like a hawk. So let me really see how ready you are. So if you burn the person I sent to help you, you definitely ain't ready. So don't always think that the enemy always send people. Sometimes God will let things happen, right? Because God have to use people. He have to use people, right? He have to use people to open doors. So a lot of the times you're somebody's test. And if you can tap out of your emotions, he'll actually tell you that. He'll tell you, get out your feelings. Or he'll tell you early on from the jump, guard your heart. This one ain't right, but I'm working on her. I'm working on him. Guard your heart. Because I already know how they move, right? But I'm going to prepare you so when it happens, you already know. Chosen people are too spiritually tapped in. You can never, ever, 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 ever get over on a chosen vessel. We're protected. We're here for a specific purpose. You think God is going to keep letting people break us down to a level where we stay broken down and we can't recover from quickly? No, the chosen person may take a lot of hits, but we get up quick. And we learn quick. This is why you'll never get a second chance to burn us. This is why you have to prove yourself. No matter how much you smile in my face telling me, oh, I'm a chosen person too. Oh, I'm a loyal person. I'm a this person, and I'm real, and I'm this and that. Child, your mouth is saying that, and I'm looking right at you smiling. My spirit done told me. My spirit told me different. Our discernment gave me something so serious. This is why the chosen person should never question yourselves. If you feel it in your spirit, it is. If you feel it in your spirit, it is. So yes, our life is difficult. We get hurt, we get hit, we get lied on, we get jealous folks and envious folks. We even get some phony and fake witches and warlocks. But let me just tell you something let me tell you something about that really quickly. I don't care voodoo, hoodoo, zoodoo, doodoo. I don't care what you play with. You better be careful playing out with a chosen vessel. Now, listen, you can put some love potion and motions and spells, and you can play with some chicken feet in the dark and some banana peels and black pepper, right? Whatever you got going on, ma'am, whatever you got going on, sir, you can do what you do. Do what you do. Just know the quote unquote success you had with a person who's not spiritually covered will not be the same results with the chosen one. In fact, it's going to backfire. It's going to turn your whole life upside down. So be very, very careful when it comes to that foolishness and nonsense. We're untouchable. This is why nothing works. And you're sitting here trying to figure out, well, why didn't that work? It ain't gonna work. If you're wise, you better go and repent. If you know what I know, you better go and repent somewhere and ask for some forgiveness, because your whole life about to be turned upside down if you're not careful. Playing out with a chosen person. You better know what you're doing. You better know what we carry. We're covered. Point blank and the period. It's your girl, Izzy Ross.